See it slowly sinking there. And all those fish eat that. This is high quality food. Yeah, snails introduced. This guy, let me see if I could find them. Right, this is one here.
Subscribe to my channels.
What's up, fish vibes people? So guys, check this out. Check how beautiful this gourami is, dwarf gourami. And guess what? He is commingling in the tank with all the tiger barbs. So guys, this is an update from my last video. Actually 1 month ago from today. Remember I told you all I'm going to keep you guys posted. Tiger barbs, tank mates. What's the outcome? What's this fish here? Ram, neon blue ram, surviving. Tiger barbs, colony. About how much of them? 28 of them, 4 of each type, 7 different types. I mean, look how active this gourami is. As I said, the tiger barbs were nitpicking. So what exactly do these tiger barbs do, guys? These tiger barbs, once you enter their territory, it's a curious fish is what I would say. It's a curious fish. 2 rams as you see. Okay, and just so that we're on track, I got 6 rams. 2 golden rams. Let me see if I could find them. Right, this is one here. This is the other one over here. Yeah, this is the other one here. So that's 2 golden rams. I just showed you the 2 neon blues. That's them there. And there's the German ram. Now, listen to me carefully. I had 2 German rams. I have 1 now. So the question is, and this is the second gourami, by the way. This is the second gourami. This one didn't have all the colors. I think this is a female dwarf gourami. I just showed you all the male there. You see the both of them in the corner there. Right, so where's that single German ram? I'm going to show it to you shortly. So February 6th is when I posted the video about tiger barbs and their tank mates. Today's March the 6th. About 1 week later, 1 week later, February 6th, 1 week from February 6th, I lost the first ram, that German ram. I don't have a clue why, but I'm sure it's not because of the tiger barb. Now, what I will say about these tiger barbs, I had some Serpy tetras with them. They were doing the running down and nitpicking at them. The Serpy tetras became overwhelmed. Right? They became overwhelmed. And they weren't doing well. 1 died and then I removed the other 3. Put them in the Amazon puffer tank. I say that to say that these tiger barbs will nitpick at your fish. But if the fish has proper resistance, it's going to be a short thing. This is the German ram here, guys. So I've accounted for all the fish that I put on that day, on that video, February 6th. I've accounted for all except the one I'm telling you that died. So these tiger barbs will nitpick. But they do that for a small, relatively small period of time. As the new fish is introduced, they're going to engage in that level of curiosity. It's never really an attack of aggression. It seems as if it's just their way of, I don't know, it's like a kind of greeting, I would want to call it. It's like a greeting. Hey, who are you? Who are you? And they check you out. And once the fish gets accustomed to that, within a matter of, I would say, days, the nitpicking starts to reduce. So, as you can see now, there's no fish running down any fish here. There's no tiger barbs nitpicking now. If a fish, as a matter of fact, I have seen the gourami going after the tiger barb. I've seen the ram going after the tiger barb for very short periods of time, guys. I say all this to say that it is very clear to me with these experiments that these tiger barbs can commingle with fish. But if I were to set up a tank with the intention of having tiger barbs, guys, what I will do is introduce the other community fish first, let them get familiar with the setup and the tank, let them operate there probably for an entire month in advance, and then introduce your tiger barbs. That's what I will do. When they are introduced, they're going to establish a rank among themselves, constant chasing, nitpicking, that's what they do among themselves, and then they would establish their hierarchy, and all will be well. They may not even go after the fish that is there already. And I would probably go further to say, that I suspect if I brought in other fish in this tank now, which I may do, I'll think about it. And in this case, I may bring in the similar fish. So you saw a tiger barb just go after that gourami there. But again, that's the extent of the go after. And likewise, I see the gourami. So it's normal fish interaction. Right? So I would hasten to say, as I was saying earlier, if I were to introduce other fish, I would introduce them after hours when the lights are off in the tank. You know, to give them a better chance of not being harassed as they blend in to the rest of the tank. Now, of course, there will be some fishes you wouldn't want to put with these tiger barbs at all. I would say like a longfin beta fish, male beta fish. I suspect they will probably shut out the tail. They may not, but you know, more delicate fish. But that doesn't mean you can't put a guppy or a Hillary or any regular fast-moving fish with these tiger barbs. Because it is clear these tiger barbs, they just do their thing. It's curiosity. Now, what I will say is that I've not been able to experience these tiger barbs in any kind of breeding pattern to say, well, okay, you know, they in breeding formation or they at breeding age. Probably some of them are already at breeding age. I don't know. I doubt I'll ever get them to breed in this tank, though. They are egglias. But as for their aggressiveness at that stage, I don't want to fathom, I guess, for what they will do with the other fishes, because I really have not experimented with that. What I've done is demonstrate that you can have these tiger barbs living with your general community fish. That's a fact. You will see hostile interactions. I mean, it's about 28 of them, as I said, I have here. If there was ever a time that these fish will want to attack other fish in smaller numbers, I would think is with a big colony like this. As I said, the zebra danios are perfect mates for them because these zebra danios are quick. And, you know, I've never seen them actually try to chase down these danios. So, essentially, it's a go, guys. It's a go. And And of course, this tank is powered by this high pressure filter here. That is another experiment. And guys, I would hazard a guess as for how long I've set up this filter. Now, I do have had evidence on that in video, but I would say this tank has been set up for about, I would say 3 months with that filter. And the only thing I have done here is top up water that's evaporated. So you see how this water is low here now? See where the flow is coming there? When it goes down, I would top it up. I've never interfered with the filter. I've never tried to service the filter for the 3 months. The water is crystalline clear. Now, why am I able to do that? Well, let me tell you. I'm going to try to show you the food I'm feeding these tiger barbs. Now, this food here, you see the pictures, I know it might be kind of difficult to get this on camera. The camera has a reflection. But you see like Danios or the regular tetras on this bottle. Let me see if I can get it right in here. What is that saying, guys? Slow sinking type food, right? The brand Fresh and Natural, is that the brand name? Ultra Fresh, Tropical Food, Tropical Micro Pellet. So this one is a micro pellet, guys. The writing is kind of small and the camera is not focusing very well, but this one says we only use premium sword prawns. So this is high quality food, and let me tell you, this food is very fine. Let me try to feed. Look at that. This is the holes that this food is coming out of, like black pepper. And I feed this. Now when I shake this in here, I shake it like about 20 something shakes. If you can see on top of the water, it's like dust on top of the water. It's like dust on top of the water. And as you can see, if you've seen it properly, you can see it slowly sinking there. And all those fish eat that. This is high quality food. What can that do to your tank, guys, in terms of water quality and a high pressure filter like what I have there? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing, guys. This one here is a bigger pellet. Same sinking type pellet. This is like for plecos. You see the corridor there? So I have some plecos in here, as you know, the royal pleco and some zebra plecos, which are always hiding. So I feed that here. It's 3 plecos, so most times I will feed like about, of those pellets, a decent rounded pellet, I would feed about, let's say, about 3 or 4 of them every other night. And I feed them in the night because these tiger barbs, if you feed it while they are up and about, these plecos will get no food to eat because these tiger barbs eat non-stop. And finally, this is the other food I will feed. This is a disc, a veggie disc, sinking disc to the plecos as well. Of course, these tiger barbs will eat it as well. Well, of course, as I said, the tiger barbs and all the other fish in there, the rams, etc., they will feed on it as well, gouramis, etc. And with that sinking this pellet there, I will throw like 2 or 3 of that in here, again, when I'm not feeding the other pellet. And these food are these fishes are efficient eaters. Whatever the plecos and they don't eat, or vice versa, the tiger barbs will eat. So with a big filter like that, you don't get much waste. The water quality is good. Change of water is really by means of topping up the water. From how I'm seeing this going, guys, I will probably clean that filter just because I have some time. I'll give it a quick clean. but it wouldn't be anything. I'll just turn the regular, pump the regular item on top of it that squeezes the sponges. I won't even scrap it down or take it down to clean it. So with that filter, I'm certain that this 55 gallon I can easily get about, I feel as if I could get minimum 6 months with all the water coming poorly. I'm tempted to see even more time. So guys, that's it. As I said, it has been a success. Tiger Barbs interaction with a lot of your community fish. Once you do it the right way, once you're patient. Now I will say that my Amazon puffers, I want to introduce them to this tank. I wanted to introduce them to this tank. I think I missed the opportunity by not putting them in before I introduced these Tiger Barbs. I've noticed they operate very skittish. So while all these other fish has been introduced successfully, and because my Amazon puffers are not fish that's very common, and especially with this pandemic, I'm very hesitant to introduce them here because the Tiger Barbs do go after their tails. You know, these puffers bloat up when they're stressed. I've introduced them for short spurts. I see the Tiger Barbs go after their tails. The puffer then makes some mad, hasty dashes all around the tank. I've never left them for more than 10 minutes. Pull them out when I find the Tiger Barbs going after them too much. No, actually, the first time I introduced them, it was overnight. And by the next day, I found the Tiger Barbs kept going after them. They didn't look happy at all. So I removed them. The question for me is, can I simply put them and hope for the best and they settle in just like all the other fish? I will say that because it's a risk you're taking and because it's a rare fish at this time, I'm very hesitant to do it. But I would really prefer that they have a bigger tank, bigger space. So I'm still contemplating what I'm going to do. But guys, other than that, it was nice giving you an update. I hope this helps you. I know sometimes we have the Tiger Barbs by themselves in a bigger tank, which can facilitate much more room, much more fish. So I hope this video helps you in terms of building your confidence and giving you an idea how to introduce other fish with these Tiger Barbs. Right, so until next time guys, over and out. Ciao. Guys, I did a changeover to this puffer tank setup. Of course, these guys continue to do that surfing thing. I noticed this one, however, the one in front there, he has slowed down on the surfing of the tank. He's definitely getting a lot more sociable, I will also say. I also included these plants. It was a type of rockscape, as you all will remember. One of this particular puffer here, the bottom of his jaw was getting bruised, and I honestly don't think it was the fact that his jaw is growing or anything. I think it was the scape and him crashing into rocks. But this one is definitely becoming a lot more personable. What I'm going to do here now, I'm going to feed them some snails. I just went and harvested some snails in my outdoor tubs. But, you know, some val. Right, I did some plants. All of these are new shoots, by the way, the smaller ones. So it's actually growing. On this val here, I'm seeing some shoots to. Guys, I'm not an expert at plants. All I asked you guys for was plants that will grow under low lighting. I think he said this was a sarge or something like that, guys. Don't quote me. Don't go say this. Don't go call these plants what I call them. All right, so I'm going to feed these guys some of these snails. Let's see what kind of response we get. And of course, we have the corridors. They're always curious. I put a kind of container there and put soil in there, and I covered it up with the white sand. You can see these curious guys digging it out. It was all covered totally, digging it out. But it gives a nice blue highlight, by the way. Yeah, snails introduced. This guy, he definitely couldn't wait. He's trying to get all. He's trying to get all. He's not trying to leave any for his partner. Look at that. And I didn't try to break through the snail totally. Giving him some work to do to help with that jaw. He's definitely much more personable and aggressive. Look at that. He's tearing that up, man. He's tearing it up. Attack mode, man. While that other one is surfing the glass, eh? This one is eating out all the snails. The other one is going to come as well. Especially if I step back a bit. And that's if there's more snail. See the corridor, they come out for some as well. And those guys will eat at anything. They are the cleanup crew. It's 3 of them. They don't have much hiding space anymore with all the rocks removed, but they definitely go behind these driftwoods, etc. This guy is intending to eat everything. He's not planning to leave anything for the other guy at all. Well, that's survival for the fittest there. If that other guy is not interested in, I mean, he's obviously going to get a smell of these snails in the water, but he's busy looking at himself. Now these guys have made a year already since I had them, so they're doing pretty okay. Don't find they're not really growing much, but doing okay. But they're nice and plump. He's eating all the shell, everything, eh? So that should be good. He definitely enjoyed that snack. While this other one continues looking at himself. I did try to treat with the black background, but the black background that I'm using there does have a reflection in it. It's not a solid black, like what I saw someone use, a kind of wood flat black background. So I'll have to see if I can get one of those. But I mean, at the end of the day, this guy looks like he dealt. I brought about 8 snails. There's only 1 remaining, and that's because he's getting some trouble to break through that one shell. What that means is that he ate 8 snails and the other one ate 0. Well, until the next time I bring some more. Oh, and by the way, someone did ask me about whether the Amazon puffers is really a community fish, because on one of my other videos I did say that I had some mollies with them, and at one point I wasn't seeing the mollies. So while I won't say that they could be predatory if required, the amount of mollies that died, I won't say it was because of them. So I will pass that up to poor water quality. Now, having said that, these guys require good quality water. So I would think that if the water quality is good for the puffers, it should be good for the mollies, because the mollies, they could take take on some more trauma than these puffers, I imagine. So what I'm seeing is really a 90% guess that the mollies just wasn't comfortable with the quality of the water, although the puffers did survive it. I mean, the truth is the water quality didn't change in terms of how it looked. It looked clean water, but I'm really finding it a stretch to see that these puffers attack those mollies. Right? I'm not prepared to say that because as you can see, there's other fish in here and they are doing okay. Right?
Subscribe to my channels.